Do you struggle with knowing what to charge for your photography? You're not alone. Pricing is one of the main challenges that every photographer faces. It's a very common issue that every photographer goes through at some point in their career. It's controversial, everyone has their own opinion, and the thing is, no matter what stage you're at in your photography career, your prices are going to continuously change. There are so many factors that come into play when customizing your prices. It can get overwhelming. So in this video, we're going to go over the top 5 important factors to think about when giving a quote to a client. Your skills, your time, editing, the actual photos, and your happiness. Let's start with number 1, your skills. Before starting, you have to know where your skill level is at to be able to know what to charge. I think you're smart enough to know whether you're a beginner, an intermediate, or a professional photographer. I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Got it? Alright, once you've identified which one you are, the next thing to do is decide the way your rates are going to be set up. So moving on to number 2, it's time to decide if you're going to charge based on day rates or hourly rates. Day rates are your get out of bed fee, meaning what is the minimum amount of money you'll get out of your bed to go do a shoot for. When I was a beginner, I charged $75, and this was like 8 years ago. I moved up from $75 to $100, and then $150, and then $250, and so on. But today, the average beginner charges between $200 and $500. Intermediate photographers typically charge between $500 and $800. And professional photographers typically charge between $800 and $1,000. Next, hourly rates. They're exactly how they sound, the amount of money you'll get per hour. Beginners will charge between $25 to $100 an hour. Intermediate photographers charge between $100 to $200 an hour. And professional photographers charge $200 to $300 an hour or more. Now, these are just the prices for your time being spent while shooting. This doesn't even count the pictures you'll deliver your client or the post-production time spent editing. Next up, editing and post-production. The next time you edit images, try to time yourself and see just how long it takes you to finish them. Then, think about how much you like or dislike editing. The more you dislike editing, the higher your prices should be for the images. If you're using a subscription-based editing software, take that into consideration as well. Or if you'd like to be completely hands-off, you can outsource your photos to a professional retoucher. Then add the cost of paying them to your package price. When you put all of these together, you'll have a good gauge on what is a decent amount to charge for your post-production time. Hey, real quick, if you think this video is helpful so far, give it a thumbs up so I know to make more videos like this one. And you should subscribe for more videos on business and photography. Okay, moving on, the next thing to consider is what you'll charge for images. Beginners charge between $5 to $20 an image. Intermediate photographers typically charge between $20 to $50 an image. And professionals typically charge between $50 to $100 per image or more. And prices can vary based on the niche. And last but definitely not least, consider your happiness. We just touched on this a little bit when it came to editing, but how much can you tolerate the tasks you least enjoy doing? Personally, I don't enjoy editing photos. I don't like sitting in front of my computer for hours. I have my own process as far as the editing software that I use and outsourcing. And this gives me my time back, which is the smart thing to do as a photographer and an entrepreneur, because we want to be as hands-off as possible when it comes to our businesses. Well, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.